Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Taurus, June 11, 2022. The moon spends the day in your health and work sector, and you want to be productive. It can be a good time to tuck away your emotions just enough so that you can take care of business, although this may not be entirely easy early day. Unsettled matters can distract you and divide your attention. However, friends can be a source of particular pleasure and satisfaction, and you may go out of your way to make others happy or comfortable. You're more transparent about your feelings and more expressive and open with your affections, helping you bond. Communications that boost or heal you or others can figure strongly. Take a deep breath. Things may not be going as planned right now, but that doesn't mean they won't in due time. In the meantime, whether you're single or already romantically attached, the cosmos is urging you to take a step back and check in with yourself. For instance, despite having Luna glimmering through Libra in your 6th house of daily rituals, health habits, and mindfulness, it's in direct opposition to red-hot Mars and the wounded healer, Chiron, via your secretive 12th house of healing, forgiveness, and unconscious patterns. This means you're being called to turn your energy inward and compromise with your special someone. Who or what is getting on your nerves? With the moon in Libra opposing Chiron and Mars in Aries today, you may feel secretly very annoyed. On the outside, the moon is helping you pacify your work matters and interactions. But on the inside, you may be seething with anger due to workplace frustrations. Instead of bottling up your emotions or lashing out, you should consider how you can work through them productively. Since the moon is in a mediation mode, you could address any issues to restore peace to your workplace. Roll with the punches today, and realize that someone out there is hitting hard. This is nothing you can't handle, for you are the master of adaptation and change. Indeed, huge changes are at hand and you are probably the most readily prepared. Power through with new and revolutionary ideas of how to adjust your world for the better. Begin a creative project and make sure it speaks from your inner truth. The rewards you reap will be nothing that you could ever possibly have imagined. You are in a state of siege in your own home and in your family circle. People are criticizing you constantly and you feel you're doing everything wrong. Take time to reflect before retorting, because they could actually be right on some points. If you react in a sober way, your family will regain their trust in you very quickly. Your needs seem more important than ever, but they have mostly been met even if you don't realize it yet. Now is a good time to reach out and help someone close and score a bunch of points. You find the idea of meeting new people difficult, not really something you want to contemplate. If this is actually how you feel, then far better to wait a while and reflect on what you really want to achieve. When this is done, the idea of dating has a realistic purpose with much higher chances for success. Today is a day where you are at great risk of overindulging. One glass of wine can quickly turn into 3 or 4. A few cookies can easily become half a dozen or more. That's simply too much eating and drinking. This lack of control is not all your fault. There is a wild energy in the air, spurring everyone on to excess. Try to hold yourself in check, if you can. You can still have a great evening out. This is the kind of day that you love. You will find that on a day rich in your own essence, you will have ample time for those important people in your life. Now is the time to take something that you all enjoy doing and develop it into a tradition among your circle of friends. If you are involved in a relationship that is still fairly new, it is the ideal time to consider putting down a stronger foundation. This will hold true in business relations as well as personal. For the 3rd time in just over 2 months, Mercury moves into a friendly aspect to Pluto in an adventurous part of your chart. Just days away from leaving your sign for the 2nd time this year, but unlike last time not due to turn retrograde and come back for a do-over, this is giving you the confidence to embrace the journey ahead. This comes just as alignment between Venus and Uranus in Taurus could create some unexpected, serendipitous, or eureka moments. The moon not only returns to your relationship sector today but comes full circle from last month's eclipsing full moon just as Venus and Mercury, the planets of love and communication are in their final days in Taurus. This will see them clash over the coming days, but with a reminder of what you already know and a lot more communication support. Our eyes in the sky. Deliberate, leisurely Taurus is at work influencing some pretty weighty planetary bodies today, including the emotional North Node, communicative Mercury, money goddess Venus, revolutionary Uranus and strategic asteroid Pallas, so there's no real rush to do much of anything. This isn't a lazy day per se, but it's a time to slow down the pace and reflect with very careful consideration before making your next major move. The future is in focus now, and the bull's steady background energy is beneficial for each of these planetary bodies that are receiving its slow-paced vibes. Getting what we desire and deserve, aka the best things in life, whatever that means to you, is at the forefront, but there's absolutely no rush. Do you want a more satisfying love life? More money? Job security? Loyalty from the people you care most about? These things are attainable in the future, says today's persevering planetary focus, as long as you're willing to be patient. Finding your footing might be hard if you're struggling to fully embrace a new philosophy and belief. If you keep your mind open, you can dive into the spirited energy. This means that you could share confidential information and ruin this morning's positive vibe. Think before you express yourself to avoid unnecessary drama. And don't accidentally spill the beans about a situation you are seeing from the sidelines and know little about. That way, you can avoid accidentally stirring the pot and stay out of the drama. In the morning, the Libra moon opposes Mars in Aries, giving us a fighting spirit. We air grievances, assigning blame to those who have not been able to facilitate our desires or support us in the same way we have supported them. However, the Libra moon often finds us slipping into self-negation, where we willingly sacrifice too many of our personal needs. We cannot, in hindsight, be angry that our unsolicited sacrifices have gone unappreciated. Our partners or friends cannot read our minds. We are likely angry at ourselves now, and our aggressions are being levied inappropriately. Instead of becoming hostile, take responsibility for your desires, and make your needs clear while reframing criticisms as my problems instead of your problems. Afternoon, the moon opposes Chiron in Aries, continuing the day's sensitivities. While this aspect stimulates past pain points, it can also be one of self-forgiveness and forgiveness of others. We have a greater than usual capacity for relating to others' insecurities. This means that harsh words spoken earlier in the day can be reassessed, paving the way for a future apology. We'll come to realize that even though our interactions feel personal, not everything is about us.